Hi there, welcome to A Grounded Quarantine. Today I'd like to talk to you about creating time and space in your life right now for self-care practices. So going back to one of our very first videos when I was talking about intuition, engaging your intuition is crucial in terms of making sure that your self-care practices are really genuinely meeting your needs. So it might be helpful to go back and listen to that one again, but I'll hit some highlights as we talk today. I find that for me and for many people that I work with, morning is the most important time for self-care. The reason for this is throughout our day, we are giving, whether that is to our loved ones, to our employers, employees, other things, other stressors in our life. We give a lot. And so if we are operating from an empty position, then we feel very depleted and can sometimes feel resentful, frustrated, angry. When if we took the time to fill our cup early in the morning, we feel like we've got something to give throughout the day. So how you create your morning practice is entirely up to you. Some suggestions that I have is that you don't rigidly adhere to doing the same thing every morning. Again, we want to practice seeking our intuitive place and figuring out what do we need that day. So some examples of things that I do. Sometimes I'm reading, sometimes I have a yoga practice, sometimes I walk the dog, sometimes I have tea or coffee, sit by the fire if it's wintertime, sit on the porch if it's summertime. Sometimes I'm writing, sometimes I'm coloring, right? So it's helpful to maybe sit down and make a list of all of the things that you have enjoyed, think you might enjoy. Sometimes it's helpful to go to a place like maybe Pinterest and see if there's anything that kind of catches your eye, something you want to try. Another way of looking at creating the activities that are going to take up this self-care time is thinking about maybe latent qualities that you never really had a chance to develop. We were raised in environments that were what they were, right? So I grew up in the South, and ice skating wasn't really a thing. Now, as an adult, I realize that I really actually enjoy ice skating, and that, also at my family, we were dancers. And so I wasn't really raised, I listened to music all the time, but I wasn't encouraged much to see if I had any musical talent. So one of the things I've always wanted to do as an adult is take piano lessons. So sometimes if we look back or we think about, we intuit what skills and qualities we might have possessed in childhood that weren't brought out into the light, or things that we've always had interest in that we just have never had the time to develop. Now's a good time to look into those things. So anyway, we're going to create this list of activities that we're going to try, and we call practice. We use the word practice for a reason. It's not that you're necessarily going to have the most benefit out of every single thing that you do. We're not going for perfection, just that we are trying some things on and seeing which feel best in different circumstances, and that we refer to this list and try some things out. And the more that we practice this, the better we are going to be able to meet our needs, fill our cup in the morning, and then have something to give throughout the day. I also recommend that you take little snippets of time, little breaks throughout the day where you are refilling, where you're nourishing yourself, if you will, with these self-care practices. It can be anything. It can be a short meditation that's guided that you find on your phone. It can be a brief walk. It can be a breathing practice. So some of the things that we've already talked about that are self-care practices, these are the things that I want you to resource yourself with throughout the day in little snippets of time. Your kids, whatever it is, it can wait for 10 minutes. It can wait for maybe 15 minutes. I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in all of our responsibilities and our to-do list that we don't recognize that breaks actually make us much more efficient at getting these responsibilities taken care of. So I hope this has been helpful. If you need any more information or want some more examples, please comment below. As always, eat the avocado, leave the peel, plant the seed.